Does this sound familiar? You start something new, a routine or a habit or maybe a goal, and you're all in, you're fully committed. And at first, things are moving in the right direction. Real change is occurring in your life. And you felt this way many times, but this time it's different. This time you tell yourself that you will succeed. And then a few days later, you're right back where you started. And you say to yourself that things are never going to change, or I guess this is just who I am. Let me tell you, I've been there more times than I can count, and it can be very discouraging. And most men don't struggle with starting. I found that to be the easy part. The hard part is sticking to the plan and staying consistent, to actually finishing what you start. That's the real struggle. You see, we rely on motivation. We feel fired up like nothing can stop us. And we make a plan. And then we go hard for a few days to execute the plan. And then life happens. Things get in the way. Many times things we have no control over. We get tired, we get distracted, and we get busy. And then everything simply just falls apart. And the frustrating part is you know what to do. You had a plan, and it was a good plan. Your goals were worthy of pursuit. And you've proven that you can do it because you started doing the thing. You just can't seem to keep doing the thing. And here's the truth most men don't want to hear. It's certainly the truth that I didn't want to hear. You don't fall because it's too hard. Men do hard things all the time. In fact, we excel at doing hard things. No, you fall off because there's nothing anchoring you. No routine, no standard, nothing that keeps you moving when you want to quit. So when the feeling goes, everything goes with it. You see, motivation is a terrible foundation. It comes and goes. I learned this the hard way. I spent a lot of time and money on motivational courses and books when I was younger. But the thing is, motivation is just a feeling. And when your system depends on how you feel, it breaks down the moment you don't feel like it. And let's be real. We all, and I mean all of us, at times don't feel like doing the thing. Even the thing we really, really want to do, sometimes we just don't feel motivated. What you need instead of motivation is structure. Structure means removing choice in the moment. It means that you don't decide if you're going to do something, because if is just another way of saying, I'll do it if I feel like it. No, structure means that this is what I'm going to do regardless of how I feel. The decision to do the thing has been made, and so has the when, where, and how. Let me give you a real-world example to illustrate my point. I regularly work out, and I'm not training for anything specific. I work out because it helps to keep me healthy and enables me to continue to perform physically day to day at a high level. Physically, I can do the same things today that I could do 30 years ago, and my doctor is pleased at how healthy I am for my age. I feel physically strong, and a regular workout regimen is the reason. But I must admit that even though I've been reaping the rewards of a regular workout routine, there are days when I simply don't feel like it. I work out hard, and sometimes there are things that are less hard that I'd rather do. In other words, sometimes I don't feel like doing a workout. I'm not always motivated to get in the gym. So I don't rely on how I feel as to whether or not I get in the gym. On the days I'm scheduled to work out, I work out. No questions asked, no matter how I feel. I don't give myself an option. I've decided in advance, these are the days I work out. No excuses. And not only that I'm going to work out, but when, where, and what the workout will be. Are there times when life gets in the way and I need to make an adjustment? Yes. But at the vast majority of the time, if I miss a workout, it's on me. Are there times when I fail to stick with my workout plan? Sure, nobody's perfect. But 90+% of the time, I'm in the gym working out as planned. And on the days when I don't feel like it, I do it anyway. And I feel better having done so. I feel good from the workout itself, and I feel good that I had a plan and I stuck to it. Another way to describe structure is to make the tasks you need to accomplish automatic, not optional. And this is where most men get stuck. They know the problem, they just don't change anything. And like I did, We think it's a problem of motivation, so we seek to get more of it. And getting more of the thing that doesn't work is not a recipe for success. So if that's the problem, what actually fixes it? I can assure you that it's not more motivation and it's not willpower. You need something stronger than that. And here's what that looks like. 1, start with one thing, not 5, not 10, 1. Something you do every single day, no matter what. Not when you feel like it, not when you're motivated, but every single day, whether you're in the mood or not. Now, most men try to overhaul their entire lives overnight. They go too big, too fast, and they become overwhelmed. And that's why it doesn't last. Just focus on one thing. It doesn't have to be something life-changing, just one small thing. One habit, one commitment, one standard. 2, decide when and where it happens. You need to be specific. Don't leave it open. Pick a time, pick a place, make it specific. Not, I'm going to work out today, but rather, I'm going to work out today at 6 and I'm weight training for 45 minutes. Or, I'm going for a 3-mile walk immediately after dinner. Be specific. 3, remove the option to negotiate. This is where most men's plans fail. They leave themselves an out. They say, I'll do it today if I feel like it. Or, it won't hurt to skip it just this once. No, today's not a good day. I'll do it tomorrow. And see, that's the problem. Decide ahead of time. This is what I'm going to do, no matter how I feel. Now, there's no decision to be made. Everything has already been decided ahead of time. No negotiating your way out of this. By doing this, your feelings don't have a say. 4, make the thing small enough to win. You don't need intensity, you need consistently. Shrink it down to something you can't avoid. Let's say you want to start reading more books, a worthy goal. You're not going to go from not reading any books to reading an entire book in one sitting. You need to start small. Maybe you say, I'm going to read 5 pages a day, or maybe it's 1 chapter a day, or 15 minutes a day. Whatever it is, be sure it's in small, manageable chunks. Make it something that gives you a win every day. And when you get that win, celebrate it. Don't think to yourself, well, I only read 5 pages a day. Think, I actually read 5 pages a day. I did what I was supposed to do. Do that every day, and before you know it, you'll be reading multiple chapters a day and knocking out entire books in a week or less. You see, small steps eventually compound into big wins. 5, track it. Every single day, if you don't track it, you won't stay consistent. You need to see the win. You need to see your progress daily. So write it down or note it in your phone. Check it off. See the pattern. Make it visible. 6, act like the man who doesn't quit. This is the shift that matters most because it's a shift in mindset. Stop thinking, I'm going to try to stay consistent, and start thinking, I don't quit. This is who I am now. I remember when I first started to learn to play guitar. My teacher told me to start referring to myself as a guitar player from day 1. Because guess what? I am a guitar player. It was a small shift in mindset, but it made a huge difference in how I thought about myself and how I approached learning the instrument. All of these steps aren't complicated, but they're not easy either, because it requires something most men avoid: consistency when it's inconvenient. And I've been there and I can attest. And keep this in mind. These aren't just ideas. These are the same steps high performers use to build discipline in their own lives. They work because they're proven. They've worked for me, and they'll work for you if you actually follow through. So here's the question. Where in your life do you keep starting and then stopping? And what would change if this time you didn't give yourself a way out? Consider the action plan I've outlined above. The very same action plan that has been proven to make a difference in the lives of countless men. Commit to it, even if it's just for a short time, and then evaluate your progress. And if it doesn't work, find something else that does. But I believe if you make an honest effort, great things will happen. Heck, you've watched to the end of this video, and that's a win in my book, and a sign that you've committed to positive change in your life. But I've talked long enough. It's now up to you. Go build it.